everybody. Navy Vet 76 out at the range. And today I have my Dutch Beaumonts. The bottom one is a model 7188 and it's called Beaumont Vitale. It has a Vitale magazine on it and it's a repeater. The one on the rests is a model 7179 and it is a single shot. It is an Ethiopian gun and it is in incredibly good shape. It has a very shiny, nice bore with sharp rifling, and it has the 79 update, which is right here. There used to be a safety there. It kind of looked like a trigger, and they removed them, and they now no longer have a safety on them. The differences between these two is, well, obviously it's a single shot, but this has an extractor and it's in the back there in that groove, where this one has the extractor here and in the groove is an ejector, and it's obviously, I doubt you can see it, but on the repeater you kind of need the ejector on there. Now, the problems that the updates had was you can see the wood is really thin. The stock is really thin, and the majority of them, the majority of them cracked right here because of the thinness of the wood. This one was cracked, and I had repaired the crack. As you can see, there's not a lot of material there. Also, this one has the rondelle on it, and it's hard to read.
He's fired on the fire line.
Most of them did.
And it looks like the fire line clear. Get it to that break. Check the skin start, put up the dirt, pick up the grass, then return back on your line.
So anyway, the single shot is out of Ethiopia, and this one is a P. Stevens. And you can see that right there, hopefully. And also I highlighted right here, which is the Lion of Judah, which is the Ethiopian crest. And overstamped on it is a date, and I don't know, I think it says 1873, or it could be 1875. It's hard to read. But that's an indicator that it's an Ethiopian gun. This one does not have the rondelle stamped on the stock. As you can see, this one has the date of 1885 and then a number, the serial number 1543, and there should be a serial number right there, and it says 1543. Then there are numbers stamped on all the parts on the bolt, and they are all matching. Usually the bolt head is not matching, but in this case it is. So another interesting thing is when you reload for these, you always want to slug your bore. Now, the 7188, the caliber is 11.3 by 52 rimmed, and the groove diameter on the 7188 or the Beaumont Vitale is 458 diameter, and I'm using the Lee bullet that I use in my trapdoor, and it's supposed to be a 405 grain bullet, but they're averaging about 390. And then I'm using IMR 4198 at 29 grains. CCI primer, and the overall length is 2 inches, 637 thousandths. I'm also adding a 5/8 backer rod for a filler with a felt wad on top. Now, on the 7179, the groove diameter is 453, and that's why you want to slug your bores. Now, I'd probably get some pressure if I went with the same bullet that I used in the the Vitale. So I didn't have normally I would go about 454 um, or 455 diameter on sizing my bullet, but I don't have a sizing die that size. But I used a 452, which is the same sizing die I used for my 45 caliber 1911. And it's the same. All the information is the same, except the overall length is 2 inches 763 thousandths. And then there's the backer rod and the felt wad. I do have one in here that has no filler in it. It's because I forgot to put it in when I was loading. So this is the 71, 79 loads, and these are the 71, 88 or the Beaumont Vitale loads. Pretty much the same except for bullet diameter and overall length. All right. All right. My remote's not working on my phone, so I have to get up and turn the camera on myself. Now I got the chronograph set up, and I have it set up to my other phone here, and I always have trouble with the connection. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. Now this is the one without a filler in it. I've had some hesitations with these before, and you know what? I need to elevate that, so I need to get a board. Because I need to bring this up just a little bit. So, okay, there we go. We're at 50 yards. One thing I like about this rifle is the front sight. You can drift your windage on it, and so that's cool. So now we're using the backer rod, and I am going to shoot the bottom target. I'm hoping that we shoot high. Okay, bear with me, the sights are a little fuzzy. (1,323 feet per second). Awesome. That's good. And that was with no filler. All right. It's got some recoil to it, I will tell you that. I'm using a CH4D die set. They're awesome die sets. I have quite a few. And that's with the backer rod. That one's 1,265 feet per second. And it's recording. I will tell you that backer rod, it does kind of melt. And the chamber is slightly different, I think, than what they come out of the sizing die with, but that's okay. So I have no idea where I'm hitting. I need to establish I'm just shooting for groups right now. (1307). feeling that move. I need to tighten that. The whole thing is moving. There's 3. All right. I'm going to get a screwdriver. This is loose. I can feel it floating. I keep a set with me because with these old guns, you're always going to run into something. So I like to keep a set of screwdrivers handy. And I can feel it moving when I yeah, it's loose. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll have to I'm going to have to bed this.
1 minute to ceasefire, 1 minute.
So the whole thing is floating a little bit, and there's nothing I can do about it because you got 2 bands up here, and this screw in the back is all that holds this on. All right. So I don't know what it's going to do as far as accuracy. And that's 13. 23.
Ceasefire in the firing line. Make the line safe. Put your firearms down. Magazines out. Actions open. Flags in place. Muzzles pointed down range.
Okay.
And then please step back behind the yellow line. Alright, shooters, you could go down range. Check or change targets. Put up any new targets. Take up any brass. And then come back behind the yellow line.
There's red flashing lights up here when they do a ceasefire, and I didn't get my chronograph. All right. I don't know when the camera shut off. Here we go again. I did 5 shots with the 71, 79, and they're kind of all over the place. So I think what I need to do is stop shooting that, and I'm going to have to tighten up the barrel and the receiver in the stock. It's kind of floating around. It's not tightening up. Okay. Well, we know one thing. It shoots. And it's in excellent shape. I love the patina on it. I do have a crack starting back here, and I'm going to have to fix that. I think the recoil and this being loose started to crack the stock. So I'm going to have to bed this, I believe. I don't know why that's not tightening down. Maybe the screw's a little too long. The wood maybe shrank a little bit because it is loose in here. So I may try shortening that screw. And I'm going to bed the stock a little bit back here to get a tighter fit in the stock. Because I don't want to destroy this gun. Just the recoil alone will crack the stock. So that's all I got, and I'm sorry I have to walk back and forth. My remote is not working.